Enlightening, provocative, engaging. The Lunchroom on RCI. Food for thought. The station that gives you, more lunch.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Lunchroom on Radio Caribbean International. For Wednesday, the 22nd of October 2025, we are on to program number 1472 of the Lunchroom, and I'm your host, Calix George Jr. Of course, in addition to 101.1 FM radio, we can also be found on Facebook. You just have to search for the official page of Radio Caribbean International. And please be sure to like and share that as well with your friends and family. And you also have the option of reaching us on our YouTube page. Just search for us there as well on YouTube if you don't have Facebook. And of course, for today, we want to send out some birthday greetings. First to Mr. John Atkinson. Happy birthday to you, sir. Hope you're having a fantastic birthday celebration. And also to Mr. Fabian Flaughton. Happy birthday to you. Hope you're having a fantastic birthday as well. I'll look back in time. On this day in the year 1721, Tsar Peter the Great titled himself Emperor of all Russia. 1879 on this day, Thomas Edison perfected the carbonized cotton filament light bulb. 1884 on this day in history, the International Meridian Conference in Washington, D.C. adopted Greenwich Mean Time worldwide and created 24 international time zones, with longitude 0 at the Greenwich Meridian. In the year 1907, a run on Knickerbocker Trust Company stock led to a nationwide run on U.S. banks and the Great Panic of 1907. And on this day in 1962, October the 22nd, United States President John F. Kennedy made a live television address about Soviet missile bases in Cuba and imposed a naval blockade on Cuba, beginning the Cuban Missile Crisis. And we now move on to our dish of the day.
Every bed in our hospitals tells a story of someone's mother, someone's brother, someone's friend. And when that story of care is complete, it's time for the next chapter, home. But too often, discharged patients are left waiting hours, days, weeks, sometimes months, not because they want to stay, but because no one comes. We understand life gets busy, but every extra day they wait means another patient, perhaps in pain, perhaps in crisis, can't get the bed they desperately need. So when the call comes that your loved one is ready, please be ready too. Pick them up, bring them back to the comfort of family, where healing truly continues. Because caring doesn't end at discharge, it continues with you. A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs.
Serving now, the Daily Dish.
Now, welcome back to our program for today. And it's actually Wednesday, so we're going to be touching base in just a bit with our friends at Republic Bank Eastern Caribbean Limited for our Republic Corner that's coming up in about 3 minutes or so. But certainly very topical right now in the forever alive and intriguing politics of St. Lucia. This time, an individual who perhaps thought that he had seen the end of court cases for himself after a ruling from the Caribbean Court of Justice coming out just last week regarding the matter of Rovergate, that ongoing saga involving Dr. Ernest Hilaire, who at that time was returning diplomat coming out as St. Lucia's High Commissioner to London, to United Kingdom, and he found himself in the tussle of intrigue over his vehicle, a vehicle which he had purchased up in the United Kingdom, and for which the government of the day seemed to have claimed that there was an issue in terms of customs declarations and the vehicle, to the extent, of course, that there was some court case involving him and the seizure of the vehicle. Remember, a vehicle which he, in fact, purchased. And one would have thought that it was all going to come to an end, but it seems, again, yet another twist of intrigue, and this time coming out over what appears to be an accusation of assault by a journalist. We'll be taking that in more detail later on in the program. But of course, we just wanted to give you a heads up that we were going to be discussing this matter in just a bit. So that's our dish of the day. And when we come back, we'll be speaking with Ms. Tricia Ford, Personal Banking Officer of Republic Bank, St. Lucia. We'll be right back.
Every bed in our hospitals tells a story of someone's mother, someone's brother, someone's friend. And when that story of care is complete, it's time for the next chapter, home. But too often, discharged patients are left waiting hours, days, weeks, sometimes months, not because they want to stay, but because no one comes. We understand life gets busy, but every extra day they wait means another patient, perhaps in pain, perhaps in crisis, can't get the bed they desperately need. So when the call comes that your loved one is ready, please be ready too. Pick them up, bring them back to the comfort of family, where healing truly continues. Because caring doesn't end at discharge, it continues with you. A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs.
This has been The Daily Dish.
And welcome back to the Lunchroom here at Radio Caribbean International. And of course, today is Wednesday, so it is our Republic Corner, which we'll be bringing you every Wednesday for the next couple of weeks. And today we're going to be speaking with Ms. Tricia Ford. She is a personal banking officer at Republic Bank, St. Lucia, and to tell us a lot about how Republic Bank can make a difference in your business, whether it's small, whether it's medium, whether it's micro, whether it's large, whatever the size of your business. Republic Bank has something magical for each and every one of you. And so thank you for joining us here this afternoon. Tricia, how are you doing?
I am well, thank you. How about you?
I'm pretty good. Thank you very much. Thanks for asking. Now, a lot of us have a business that can, and we know that, of course, business can be very stressful, very demanding. What is Republic Bank doing to ease that burden and make being a business owner a lot more magical this year?
So at Republic Bank, we offer very flexible solutions to our business customers. We tailor our products and services to suit their businesses, and we ensure a smooth and transparent process in everything that we do.
Wonderful. And of course, banks are so very important for business owners, ensuring that they can make timely deposits, ensuring that they can do a lot of business. I mean, you've got to store those profits somewhere. You've got to get your cash flow going, making sure that you're on top of your business. So your banker is certainly a really, really important partner in making all of this happen. What is the most common struggle seen with business owners, and what kind of solutions does Republic Bank have to help?
So a lot of the times our customers, our business customers, the struggle is not being consistent with the deposits and not keeping proper records. And so we have workshops and stuff, in product knowledge, and we ensure that we give them guidance in terms of how to tailor their businesses and their finances to make financing at the end of the day easier for them.
Wonderful. And of course, no doubt, I imagine sometimes they have cash flow challenges as well, and then sometimes the need for a bank to be able to come in and to be able to support them when their cash may be low. No doubt is a really important service that Republic offers as well.
Yes, most definitely.
Now, if businesses want to make their operations more sustainable, how can Republic Bank help?
Definitely. Okay.
Of course,
Sorry,
and then we
just
know
a
that
minute.
Trisha is
Sorry.
getting
Sorry.
some stuff together there. No doubt about
Yes,
it.
sorry.
Not a problem at all. And of course, we will be continuing Republic Corn, as I
Yes.
mentioned, for a couple weeks on. And today, of course, we are in the throes leading up to the Christmas season, and it's a really important time for businesses. They, of course, are looking at ensuring that they've got lots of stock to make businesses make quite a lot of money on the at this time, and even right now, actually, even although we're in the month of October, we already know that lots of businesses are gearing up for Journée Creole this coming weekend, and I suspect that Republic Bank is already all decked out with your various events coming up. And how's that going for you over there, this Journée Creole?
Oh, um,
Trisha, you there?
yes, I am.
Ah,
Sorry.
okay.
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Oh,
We were
sorry.
having a little difficulty hearing you. Sorry.
No problem, not a problem at
Yes.
all. So coming back to the questions now, I mean, if
Yes.
businesses want to make their operations more sustainable, how can Republic Bank help?
So if your business wants to go green, Republic Bank can make it happen. We offer special loan packages and support for companies investing in energy efficient equipment, solar solutions, or other eco-friendly upgrades. It's a smart way to save money, cut costs, and protect the environment, all while growing your business with a bank that believes in sustainability.
And of course, that's really important for so many businesses right now, trying to manage their costs of operations. Energy is a major cost for a lot of businesses. And the idea that you want to be able to show to your customers that, well, one, of course, you may want to offer a lower price, but at the same time, you want to ensure that from a look and feel perspective, you are in fact working with a company that cares about the environment, that cares about what's going on. So no doubt it is really a very important issue for a lot of businesses out there. Now, how soon can businesses come in and inquire about these products and discounted rates?
So businesses can come in and inquire right away. Our team of experts are ready to meet with you, discuss your goals, and walk you through the available loan packages and special offers. Whether you're looking to expand, go green, or strengthen your cash flow, using our flexible SME financing packages tailored to fit each business cycle, our merchant services, digital tools such as Republic Online to simplify your payments, selections, and stuff like that, and protect the environment, all while growing your business with a bank that believes in sustainability.
Wonderful. Now, can a business get more than one product under this ongoing campaign?
Oh, absolutely. Businesses can qualify for more than one product under the campaign, whether you need a business loan, a credit card, or merchant services. We can tailor the solutions to fit your business specific needs. Our goal is to give you the flexibility to access the products you need to help your business grow stronger and more sustainable.
Fantastic. And does Republic Bank have dedicated officers who can help make businesses more magical this holiday season?
Absolutely, yes, we do. At Republic Bank, we have a dedicated team of experts who are here to make your journey smoother and more magical this season. They'll take the time to understand your goals, recommend the right products, and guide you through every step from application to approval. It's all part of our commitment to helping businesses grow with confidence and ease.
Fantastic. And of course, there is no need for a business to be or business owner to be stressed out this season once you are partnering with Republic Bank. And of course, they're making it magical campaign that is on, and they have, of course, included businesses, especially, of course, the small and medium enterprises out there, the micro enterprises who want to ensure that they're going to ramp up sales and business activity this coming season. And Republic Bank is here to assist in that regard as a very willing partner. Trisha, thanks so very, very much for sharing with us, of course, out here, these insights. And do you have any other parting words for us from Republic Bank?
Yes, now is the time to come in and take advantage of our special offers, to take advantage of our specific expertise in terms of our guidelines, how we guide you, how we show you that you are important to us, and how we can help your business grow. You don't have to wait. You come in at any time, or you can email us. You send an email to republicbank.com, which is our website. You can email me directly, trisha.phone@rshl.com. You call our numbers 458-4725 or 285-1871. And
Wonderful.
we will be happy to help.
And I know Republic is doing so much this month in particular. It's also Financial Literacy Month. And we were also, of course, marking that. So, of course, how is that going? Very successful thus far? Efforts with financial literacy.
It has been. We also participated in as one of our endeavors at public education with information on the square, where we invited persons to come in and have one-on-one conversations with them about how we could help them. And it was very educational.
Fantastic. And of course, thanks so very much for sharing with us, Trisha Ford, Personal Banking Officer at Republic Bank Eastern Caribbean Limited. Of course, St. Lucia, soon to be a headquarters, I think. Already a headquarters, but a new building going up, all for Republic Bank EC Limited headquarters. So we know that Republic is doing quite a lot right here in St. Lucia as a sustainable and long-lasting partner for development here in St. Lucia. Thanks so very much, Trisha, and have yourself a wonderful day.
Thank you very much for having me, and you as well.
Thank you. And of course, that has been our Republic Corner, bringing you this every Wednesday here at the Lunchroom on Radio Caribbean International. Now, we're going to take in our weather report in just a bit.
Girl, I've been so stressed searching for the perfect tiles to complete my home.
Really?
Yeah, it's always the same white, beige, and gray tiles with these tile stores. Like they're all buying from the same place. You're the design expert. Help me, please. I'm fed up.
What are you looking for?
Something different. Something that says Caribbean beauty and suits my personality. Something vibrant and classy with a little razzle-dazzle.
Okay, Ms. Razzle Dazzle, I know just the place. Island Style Tile and Bath, they're my #1 store for everything tile. And with their new In Living Color collection, you'll find the most gorgeous styles to give you that splash of Caribbean flair you're looking for.
That sounds perfect.
I'll even take you myself and throw in a free design consultation.
I'll never say no to that, sis. I can't afford you anyway.
Visit our Island Style showrooms in Castries, Rodney Bay, and View Fort, or call 450-452 or 453 Tile. We'll help bring your vision to life in living color.
This is Radio Caribbean International. It's now time for the weather news.
And your weather news is brought to you by Island Style. The forecast for St. Lucia for the next 24 hours, winds will be blowing from the east near 21 miles per hour or 33 kilometers per hour. Weather partly cloudy to cloudy at times with widely scattered showers. and a chance of isolated thunderstorms. The forecast for the Lesser Antilles: partly cloudy to cloudy skies with some scattered showers and a chance of isolated thunderstorms. And your tropical weather outlook: the tropical high pressure system will maintain moderate to easterly winds across the region during the next couple of days. Moist to unstable conditions in the low atmosphere will cause some cloudiness and showers over the region during the forecast period. Tropical storm Melissa is located over the central Caribbean Sea and presently doesn't pose a threat to the Lesser Antilles. A tropical wave located over the eastern tropical Atlantic is moving slowly westward. Another tropical wave located over the far eastern tropical Atlantic is moving westward near 12 miles per hour or 19 kilometers per hour. And that was your weather report brought to you by Island Style.
This has been RCI's Weather News. For more information, call the Weather Hotline at 454-3452. RCI 101 number 1.
Girl, I've been so stressed searching for the perfect tiles to complete my home.
Really?
Yeah, it's always the same white, beige, and gray tiles with the style stores. Like they're all buying from the same place. You're the design expert. Help me, please. I'm fed up.
What are you looking for?
Something different. Something that says Caribbean beauty and suits my personality. Something vibrant and classy with a little razzle-dazzle.
Okay, Ms. Razzle Dazzle, I know just the place. Island Style Tile and Bath, they're my number one store for everything tile. And with their new In Living Color collection, you'll find the most gorgeous styles to give you that splash of Caribbean flair you're looking for.
That sounds perfect.
I'll even take you myself and throw in a free design consultation.
I'll never say no to that, sis. I can't afford you anyway.
Visit our Island Style showrooms in Castries, Rodney Bay, and View Fort, or call 450-452 or 453 Tile. We'll help bring your vision to life in living color.
And welcome back to the lunchroom here at Radio Caribbean International. Now, of course, as we were talking about before our Republic Corner, we were discussing the whole matter of an ongoing issue with respect to a female journalist or female reporter and the Deputy Prime Minister and Member of Parliament for Castries South, the Honorable Ernest Hilaire. And this, of course, stems from a meeting of Parliament at which, in fact, there was an ongoing protest being undertaken by members of the United Workers' Party outside of the Parliament. And, of course, that was happening on Labrie Street and on the sidewalk. And it appeared that, of course, this particular individual, who happened to be wearing the very same T-shirt of the protesters, made her way into the Parliament, into the foyer and the lobby area of the Parliament. And that was just before the actual sitting of Parliament. And again, it would appear that she seemed to have been asked to, in fact, leave that area on the basis that she was, in fact, a protester. And she was asked to do so by Dr. Hilaire, who is, in fact, the leader of government business within the Parliament, within the House of Assembly. She has since accused Dr. Hilaire of assault and effectively suggested that he pushed her out of the Parliament. Of course, this matter, subsequent to that, was discussed quite a bit, and we saw statements coming from the presiding officer for the House of Assembly, the Speaker, Mr. Claudius Francis, who in fact opined on the matter that there really was not anything. Well, he was effectively saying there was much ado about nothing, but effectively that he believed that it was effectively a waste of the time of the court and the authorities in this instance. We then, of course, eventually saw a clip or video footage of which was purported to be of the incident being made available via a live feed by a very well-known individual who has deep sentiments with the United Workers' Party. And it was interesting, though, because we did see that, and of course, there were assertions that this might have been doctored and it was somehow not real. And of course, within the era of Photoshop and artificial intelligence, there's a lot of stuff that, yes, could potentially be changed. But if we are, in fact, to take it on value of what was shown, even so, it would certainly be, I would say, a very, very, very hard sell and a stretch of the imagination to suggest assault in this instance. And again, it comes to the matter of the definitions of what assault, effectively is, and whether, in fact, it can be construed within the instance of what occurred between Dr. Hille and Miss Charles, Eldridge Charles. It appeared that Mr. Hille put his hand on her back. Like I said, it appears, and we, of course, are only going by what was circulating out there. And I'm not too sure that that could somehow be considered to be a physical assault or a use of force. Again, assault, in its very general term, dictionary definition of assault, generally refers to a violent, physical, or verbal attack. Of course, critically here, the point can be made that assault need not necessarily be something that is physical. It could potentially be verbal, but very clearly the intent is to cause violence upon somebody, and you could cause mental violence upon somebody, and this is why a verbal attack is seen there. So that is one of the general definitions with respect to define assault. So assault, and then of course to make an assault on or to attack violently is again what is being purported there. And in fact, in other instances, there's a suggestion that it has to be done almost repeatedly when it is that the person has already indicated that, look, this is not what I want, and therefore, and that you are continuing to do it, then certainly it classifies as assault. Now, under and because of course it appears that there has been a criminal matter being brought forward, a summons being brought forward to witness on this matter. And there is, of course, circulating as well a summons from the First District Court under George Clark, Inspector of the Criminal Investigations Department, Bridge Street, Castries, versus Ernest Hille, Rodney Bay, Grosley, where Mr. Clark is the complainant and Mr. Hille is the defendant, stamped for the 13th of October 2025. And of course, inviting Miss Eldridge Charles, as well as the complainant, who is the complainant, or the virtual complainant. And then effectively what is being said that the defendant on Tuesday, the 19th of August 2025, at about 9 a.m., did unlawfully assault Eldridge Charles. And that is what is the assertion being brought forward by the complainant. Of course, in this instance, the police bringing forward this matter through the Inspector Clark in this instance. Now, if we are again to look at how this is being defined, if we go to page, I think it's page 82 of the Criminal Code of St. Lucia, we will find some explanation as to how assault is defined within the context of the law that we have. Sorry, it's on page 83, section 115. The offense of assault, a person who intentionally or recklessly applies force to or causes any impact on the body of another person, or causes another person to fear that any such force or impact is imminent without that other person's consent, or where the act is likely or intended to cause injury to another person with or without that other person's consent, commits assault and is liable on conviction on indictment to imprisonment for 3 years. And that is, of course, if there's that process of indictment is mentioned there. But under a separate section of the Criminal Code, there are provisions made for summary assault, and within that context, it is for a fine. It could be person could be charged for a fine of $1,000 or 1 year in prison. So again, if you look at the definition of how it is crafted within the context of the law, it does not suggest that any touch of an individual is in fact assault. If you, for example, may merely brush past somebody, and in the process or in movement you may have accidentally come into contact with an individual, that does not constitute assault. If you repeatedly try to do that, and it is showing that you're doing so intentionally, right, that is when you could argue that assault may be occurring. But merely a touch of an individual does not automatically constitute assault. And we did discuss this, and so it is rather interesting that this matter is going so far, because one would have thought that, of course, what may be available to the investigating officers or the Royal St. Lucia Police Force in this matter would have been considered within that context, and of course you would have done whatever necessary investigation into such a matter. To begin to suggest that it was assault is a very, very interesting state of play. But, you know, sometimes maybe there is benefit in these matters heading to the courts. Maybe it is a good thing sometimes that such matters head to the courts, because at least it may address certain learnings that have to come out within the public sphere regarding how certain things are understood, how we understand the law. And I think it's really important that such things are sometimes tested within that context. So perhaps it is, in some respects, could be beneficial to be able to go through this process. Of course, the person who is defending this matter obviously will perhaps not think of it in that way, because nobody wants to be the test case. Nobody necessarily wants to be the person who has to go through these matters all the time in the courts and to be having to deal with it in that sort of way. But it is certainly very interesting. Now, there was in fact a press conference which was held earlier on today by the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ernest Hilaire, in which he in fact said some matters about the whole what has transpired thus far, effectively framing it within the context of an ongoing attempt at political warfare, and effectively suggesting that this is effectively a politically motivated undertaking, which is what is going on. And of course now there may be certain reasons why he feels that way. Could very well be that when one considers that Miss Charles was herself, as I indicated, wearing the very same shirt as the protesters who were in fact outside the Parliament building. She in fact came up to within the foyer of the Parliament, purporting to be a reporter at that point, but of course at the same time wearing that T-shirt. Not the first time, because there have been other instances where a similar sort of situation arose, where Ms. Charles was wearing a political T-shirt, but also at the same time covering an event of the United Workers' Party. So perhaps they are sometimes seeing these things and wondering, well, what to make of this entire matter. And so the idea then, is it in fact being pushed by politics more than an actual case? When one considers, of course, the numerous real issues of assault that we are dealing with in this country. And we should also point out that there are, unfortunately, a lot of other matters which are politically motivated, which have led to assault. And perhaps they don't get as much coverage as what we're seeing with this instance with involving Dr. Hilaire. But I've in fact knowledge of other instances where assaults have in fact arisen with private individuals, one on one political side and the other on the political side, literally causing harm, literally ending up with people heading to the hospital and having to be hospitalized. So we have to be very, very mindful about this current situation. It is not going to help, of course, if we are going to be crying wolf or claiming that the sky is falling when there are and may very well be serious matters to deal with in terms of law enforcement in this country right now, as of course is being touted quite a lot on a regular basis. And so the issue of how best to utilize resources, yes, it is certainly a matter that should be looked at. And so the rationale, of course, for the police taking this up is in fact being questioned by Mr. Hilaire, and he has suggested that there may be some level of political motivation in this regard. Now, of course, by suggesting that, it certainly does raise a lot of deeper issues with respect to the confidence that people have in the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. Because if we can, in fact, argue that here you have even a sitting minister of government potentially, in his estimation, being targeted by a public officer in this regard, it is certainly a major concern to him directly, but certainly to anybody, because many others may argue, well, is this individual treating me fairly because of my political persuasion, or am I being treated fairly because of some form of discrimination? And of course, it is very important that the state apparatus, in particular law enforcement, are seen to be fair and impartial within the discharge of their duties. And so, of course, it is a matter that I think certainly the state needs to take very, very seriously. At the press conference today, the minister effectively was asked whether he was going to reach out to the commissioner to question what has happened, and he indicated that no, he will certainly not be doing that. But then beyond that, though, I think there is a sort of a duty and onus on the institution itself to be able to give the comfort to the public that, in fact, the institution is safeguarding individuals, and that, in fact, there is no discrimination in that way. Because discrimination can come in many forms. It might be political today. Tomorrow it might be racial. The day after that, it might be some other issue, religious, whatever the case may be. And of course, once power is in somebody's hands, the issue of ensuring that that power is not abused is very, very important. This is why we have institutions like the Police Complaints Commission. This is why the police certainly do need to take such things very, very seriously if in fact there are accusations regarding potential discrimination. There is no doubt that all individuals have a right under the Constitution for free association, and by virtue of that, of course, it also means that you can be part of any religion you want. It can also mean that you can be part of any political entity or organization that you so wish as well. And so within that context, it is very, very important that we see fair treatment in this regard. We've had a history, of course, in the past of suggestions of abuse. We've seen issues with respect to treatment of persons of the Rastafarian faith over the years. Many other issues have popped up in terms of the police violence or police brutality. In many instances, of course, as to how well they have in fact been addressed is still a standing matter. And so certainly an institution like the police, one of the challenges that they have is dealing with the ghosts of the past and ensuring that the institution is in fact a fair and modern institution that is in fact where people have confidence that regardless of whatever persuasion a police officer may have, that they are going to be treating the public fairly. And it is, of course, why it is really important that in the case of public officers, and especially within the context of the police, that these officers are seen to be removed from the political fray and are able to be to effect justice fairly amongst everybody else. So, of course, certainly it is going to be a matter that lots of individuals are going to be looking at with some degree of intrigue as to see how it continues to pan out. And, of course, again, Mr. Hilaire is certainly not looking forward to yet another one of these matters dragging on again into this current political season, as we may find it. But of course, it is the season that probably brings upon many of these matters to begin with, and it will be quite interesting to see if, in fact, how long it drags on for, and if, in fact, we may see this matter going well beyond even a general election, and we may still have to be dealing and coming to see what is the outcome of this whole issue. But again, my very, very humble and layman's opinion on this matter is that it really is a bit of a stretch to be able to suggest, based on the leaked video footage which was circulated by the operative of the United Workers' Party, that even looking at that video to be suggesting assault, understanding what assault is, understanding the definition of assault, understanding the context of assault, to in fact suggest that there was any assault on the part of Dr. Hilaire in this instance. And certainly, even going further, not to just to say assault, but to suggest that the individual was forcibly removed from the premises is also, again, from the video, does not quite line up, but certainly we'll have to see how that continues to pan out. Let's go to the phone lines at this time. Of course, the number to call in is 452-3046. Good afternoon and welcome to the lunchroom. What's on your plate today?
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, caller. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I noticed you had Marcellus Steed, I think it's this week or last week?
Last week, that's correct, yes. Last week,
but
Thursday.
I did call, but my call didn't seem to go through. But I don't understand how these guys can be going up for politics. And they do not even call like a little meeting, like a little town hall meeting. I see Marcellus on every radio station you can think of, every television. But yet, not one town hall meeting. Maybe the Luckily Club or the Patricia James School or something like that. So people can at least state what it is they need to be done. And you don't
maybe that's gonna come, caller. I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't really followed the particulars of his campaign, but maybe he is also doing house to house, or he's doing maybe meeting people on the block. Maybe he's.
But if he's in house to house, he has never come around where we are.
Maybe.
Actually, Mr. Stephen Febby, he have never come anywhere close to where we are. Those people there. If you're going up, you're supposed to meet everybody. You're supposed to have a meeting where people. It's people that know what the community wants. It's not you that just come and choose and say what you want. You have to say, because, like I said, I told Mr. King, he too need to have a meeting. You don't just come up and say you're going to join. I mean, all of these things. I knew these things. We knew these things were going to come up, but still, you need to meet people. You have to hear the voices of the people, because, like I said, Luckary needs a lot of sidewalk. It's a problem navigating, especially. I don't know. You see the road coming from La Pansy that takes you up north. You pass by the bakery there.
La Pansy.
It takes it from when you come from town. You pass the road coming.
You mean the road that connects Leclerc to La Pansy?
Yes.
Carabel, the Carabel Road.
Yes, that road.
Yes.
This road, I mean, it is very difficult navigating it.
Oh, it's a very steep road as well, yes.
Very steep, and the cars come very, very fast, and there's no place to walk on this, no sidewalk.
Yes.
And some time ago, Wasco was doing some work there, and they had to dig and took some piping and all of the things. So most of the dirt and the mud was just this kind of had like a little hill, so you have to climb over. And never, although I stated all that to Mr. King when he was amid the thing, but all of these things need to be done, especially on a Saturday night. You should see cars coming, those coming down, going down south, those coming up north, the speeding, just trying to walk that road on the night. I also said, even the side going down by the Luckily Field, although Mr. King said the sidewalk that is there right now is deteriorating, he said it was not supposed to be on.
By the way, caller, just as I have you on the phone, and I don't know if you know, what is the name of that road that passes the Leclerc Field? Does it have a name?
No, it doesn't have a name.
Okay. I was just wondering.
It's only the one that's going down by the Leclerc Church. It's only that one they named John Street.
John Street, yes. Okay.
Yes, that's one, but they have not given that one and they.
And I know the main one that passes the church that goes past the school is Tapo Avenue, I think it is. Okay, so I was just wondering.
And where I am, it is called George Mason Avenue.
I see. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
because George, that's in the vicinity of West Stevenson.
So I suppose that's another thing, right? Street
Yes.
names and addressing that needs to be
And
done.
nobody knows.
Yes.
Nobody, because there's nothing to say there. Because when you ask, because sometimes when maybe I call Wasco, one of these places, and before I say call Wasco, I really have to do some nice things to Wasco, because I mean, whenever there's a shortage of water or problem and I call, they pick up very, very quickly, answer, in fact, and they even call me back.
Right.
In fact, after this weekend, weekend there was a pipe by me, and then I called, and then right away the next morning I received a call, and they was looking for the place. Now, when you tell them George Mason Avenue, they don't know.
Right.
But then they called me again. I did call again to Sunday, and they came right away, and they did what they were supposed to do.
Well, that's good to know. I mean, I know they're under a lot of
they
pressure.
have been
with a lot of-
responding to everything.
Okay.
But then people would not know those places if there's not a sign to show that this is George Mason Avenue, this is John Street, this is that street. Nobody knows. And all of these roads, as I say, the road taking you all the way down to the supermarket, you need sidewalk there also.
Yeah.
Although it's this weird thing, because you know, Saturday going down, guys just park the cars anyway there. The cars are just park along the side. You don't get place to pass. You mostly have to walk in the middle of the road. And then you find some guys set up a tent on the other side where they try to make a little money, I suppose. And I think in all of this is a little, as he said, well, when they open that place, at least those guys will get a place, a stable place where they get on a Friday and on a Saturday, when you have so little tents, it really doesn't look good for the community going down that place. It takes up a lot of space.
Well, I suppose there's a need for an area where people can do a little plaza, a little pop-up
Yes.
market.
Yes, because that is supposed to be part of the plan.
Okay,
And
for
it's
the
supposed to be part of the
redevelopment
budget.
of the old CDC area. Okay.
Yes, that is because if to say we did not know about it, we did know, because as if there was a board that shows the drawings of everything. They said that going to be housing, they're going to be a little plaza. Well, what I did not know was he said that even some kind of hotel, and I'm wondering where will the hotel be? Yeah, I guess he said there'll be some.
Well, I assumed it was going to be maybe one of the blocks or the buildings within the complex is going to be dedicated to be a hotel. I mean, hotels don't have to be sprawling, areas that are just going
small,
horizontally. I mean, you can go up, and so maybe the idea is to you have a small footprint, but you can actually go up maybe 5-6 floors or whatnot with the hotel. So we'll have to see how in terms of the designs. Of course, it'd be important to get a good sense beforehand of what is being proposed.
Yeah, because I have not heard them. The river, the health center, the wellness center. I mean, have any of those guys actually been to the wellness center? They just talk about it. You find sometimes grass, sometimes in the wellness center may grow a little high. Now, there's supposed to be people there to remove that. Sometimes you just have to pull out and weed it out. You're going to take a picture of that. These are the things. Inside the wellness center itself, there's no problem. The place is well taken care of. You're talking about the wellness center should be expanded. This should be done. Come on, unless you have been inside there, you don't know how it is. It is fine. They don't need that much. Right now, they even have a place where people can sit and wait until their names are called.
Okay.
They talk about the river. The river is, what they're mentioning, I don't think this is what people, because the river, as I show it, there's no problem going on with the river. The field, that I can understand the field.
Right.
The field, there's no, and that field has been there, I think, over 60 years. There's no sitting accommodation for people. There's no changing room. There's football. Footballers now are top. They are at the top in the semi-professional league and all other things they have. But no changing room, no sitting thing. We have.
But I find it a little strange though, because I thought that
Yeah.
the whole VBCC, the building, was supposed to have, kind of facilitated some of those amenities. So not even there. There's no facilities there for changing or anything.
The club, the VBCC
Yes,
club.
yes.
Even it need updated.
Well, I'm sure it needs updating, of course. Yes, but I
They
just
need to
thought.
upscale.
Yes.
You need to upscale.
All right.
There's so many things, and the things that BBCC, there's always something taking place at this BBCC club.
Right.
There's always a repast, so many repasts. The dances, the church using there, and as far as I'm concerned, I think the supermarket Falcon Mart and the post office, I think they're renting from the BBCC club.
Right.
So this is for money coming in. So and you find that the court is right next to the Lockery Club, and this too is in a total mess. I think to me the club should be playing its part in updating and upscaling the thing a little more, making it look something. Even inside the club itself, sometimes you
Paula,
go there.
I think we're going to have to bring you on board to talk about Leclerc and Castries North, but we have to take a little an end here at this point because we're actually over time. But much appreciated, though. And great hearing from you. Bye-bye. As always. Take care. And of course, we will be back tomorrow, God willing, for another program of the Lunchroom here at Radio Caribbean International. I'm your host, Alex George Jr., saying goodbye.